stand on the chain breaking, miracle making, powerful name of Jesus. Up from the ashes, hope will arise. Death is defeated, the King is alive.
So if I asked you what software you thought these lyric slides were made with, you'd probably say something like After Effects or another motion graphics software. But what if I told you that these lyrics are 100% real-time editable and they can be changed in any way in real time? You can also animate the text scale and position and change that depending on the mood of the song. What if you could have better animation control, better blending options of the text in the background, and better lower third control of having a center screen feed into your lower third graphics over your background video? So it obviously doesn't have everything that ProPresenter does, but it does have some features that are unique that ProPresenter doesn't. Before I explain how it works, let me give a quick story of how I got to this point of developing this. Back a while ago, I learned ProPresenter and I noticed it had some limitations. I have some experience in the camera operating in live environment. I then started experimenting with ARKit on iOS that led to another project in Unreal Engine. So this led me to TouchDesigner. I learned a lot from a guy named Billiam Shippey. TouchDesigner is free, but it's a non-commercial license, and it gives you a max resolution of 720p, which is not like 480p. On these type of screens, you're not going to notice the difference a whole lot. And it's just for development. You can always upgrade later. Kind of wanted to say what I made here is like a software program, but I mean, that's kind of like saying you get like a ready-made pizza and throwing it in the microwave and saying that you made it on your own. But according to Wikipedia, it does say TouchDesigner is a visual programming language. TouchDesigner is a program that allows you to composite visuals together and create visuals using a series of nodes called comps, tops, chops, sops, mats, comps, toms, chops, sops, mats, comps, toms, chops, sops, dats, and mats. Mats and dats. Comps, tops, chops, sops, mats, and dats. So I introduce you to Smart Lyrics. I don't know, maybe I need a different name. Alright, so the basics of how this works is we have inputs that go to outputs. And so here we have all our managers that initiate the lyrics portion, and then here we have the views or the final outputs that you get to your screens. So just to keep things basic, I will explain only the necessary things you'll need to know if you were to operate this in a live environment. So the first thing is when you would set up a song, double click on the lyric manager and go into it, and then you have this text field here. You can either hit this plus button here to make the viewer active, and you can edit it this way and add lines and type things down at the bottom. Or you can select it, and this window, if it's not open, you can press P to toggle that and open it up and press edit, and then it will open that up in a text file, and that's kind of an easier way to edit it. And you can also see if you have blank spaces by selecting and kind of looking for those blank spots. So, and then you can save, and that will update it here. You don't need to know anything else about that. The title managers are going to be how you control what your text looks like. So let's go into title manager 1, and all you're going to want to change is the position. So position up and down, and then you may want to change the font. So you can go into here and change the font to anything you want to. Then we have the two input switchers for video feeds. So input switcher 1 right now is connected to the lyric slides background. So all you need to do is come here, and you can grab any video clip and drop it in to the switcher, and you can just plug it into the switcher. And so that's gonna, right now I have them inverting, so that they're just inverting to white, so it will give it kind of a nicer effect. And that's all you need to know in there. Same thing with the video switcher. You just go here, grab a clip, drag it in, and attach it to the fit for here. So you're just routing that in. You can attach as many as you want, or you can also attach them on the switcher. Then the composite effect. So right now it's on multiply, which is going to put the video background inside of the text, which is what we want. And then there is a transform to make this lower third. So right now the lower third is here. You can go to the transform and you can do anything you want to that transform to scale or size these lower third graphics in any way you want. And then you have your background video. If you want a background video, you can. If you don't, so all you want to do is just bypass the composite and just plug this into the null, and then you'll have just a blank background that you can use. Then we have the background composite. And so this part is really interesting because you can do some cool effects here. So let me switch to something that has a lot of movement on it. So something like this. Here in the operator, right now it's set to over. You can do other effects like, so multiply is going to do the same effect we did on the lyrics. And then you have all these different types of operators that are going to do different things. And then you have your 3 outputs here. So we have the kind of operator view, where you can see the next slide coming and you can see the lower third slide. Then we have the video feed lower third graphic and the kind of center main feed. If you wanted to output these to a screen, you could use a node like a video device out node, and then you can use any of these video devices. How I have it set up right now is using an HDMI cable to plug into this other second monitor over here. As I have it set up right now, we have 0 is the reset. So if you have a slide going, you reset and it goes away. Number 2 is the advance slide. So you advance, 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 and then 1 is to go to the previous slide, and notice it has no effect on it, so it is just jumping to that previous slide. 3 is a master fader on the text, so you can master fade the text out and in whenever you need to, and this is really useful on fading out of slow lyrics. So if there's a really slow song and it needs a slow fade out, you can do that there. And then the other cool thing is you can advance to the next slide, and then you can lift your finger off of 3 and reveal that slide. The background switcher is 6 and 7, so you switch forward to advance, and you can build these graphics in like an order and go through them depending on how the song feels. 8 and 9 are the lyric background, so let me reset that to another one. And then lyric background, it kind of has that little wave effect. Right now I only have 2 in there, so I just go back and forth between those 2. And then 0 resets back to the beginning of the song and resets the background to the first one and resets the lyrics to the first one as well. So you're probably thinking, how can you use it? And right now it's so experimental, I don't even really know how I would use it. If you could comment below how you would use it and what display screen setup you would have, that would make it easier for me to package it together into something that other people could use. Leave any other questions you have down below, and make sure to check out TouchDesigner and William's tutorials. Thanks for watching, and see you all later.
For Jesus, my Savior, rescue.